What is going on, YouTube people? Well, we did the video about a week or so ago about the fall of Beckett and kind of running down all the shenanigans and nonsense that they have been up to for the last few years and their total and utter lack of communication. And this week, late on Thursday afternoon, we got a video from Beckett. It's an announcement about an announcement, which is just sounds like the most Beckett thing ever. Apparently, they got a new guy. His name is Luke Miller. More on that in just a second. I'll just go ahead and play this for you real quick in case you missed it. Let me go ahead and fire this up. It's only like 40 seconds long.
Hello, fellow collectors. My name is Luke Miller, and I'm honored to connect with you as the new head of Beckett Grading Services. This year is a milestone for us. BGS is celebrating its 25th anniversary. It's a significant moment, marking a quarter century of dedication to the collectibles world. To honor this, we're going back to our roots, protecting grading integrity, improving customer service, advancing our technology, and ensuring the utmost quality in everything we do. We've listened and we're making changes that focus solely on what you value most. There's a lot to look forward to, including several other exciting announcements on the horizon that promise to make BGS's future brighter than ever. I'm excited to be part of the Beckett family. Stay tuned for more updates.
So, one Mr. Luke Miller is now the director of grading, whatever that title is. Interesting that now, 4 years in, we are going to prioritize protecting grading integrity, improving customer service, and advancing our technology. Listen, better late than never, I guess. Welcome to the party, Beckett. It started 3 or 4 years ago. Hey, prove me wrong. I would love to see you guys come out and be relevant again. I had a lot of my most valuable cards are in Beckett slabs. They are. I love buying Beckett graded cards. I buy them all the time. I target them because you get great deals on them. At present, I would never send a card to Beckett to grade. I shouldn't say never. The use case for Beckett for me, for the way that I grade, is like 3%. You know, maybe an RPA, maybe some sort of auto card. The use cases are very, very limited for me in that regards. I would love to see Beckett make some sort of comeback, but the damage may already be done. I mean, we look at the monthly gem rate numbers. Collector's Universe, I mean, really PSA by itself, but Collector's Universe as a combined is a monster. SGC has blown past you guys. People want, there is a subsegment of the hobby that really want Beckett to succeed. The problem is the new people, all the people that came in over the last 3 to 4 years, they have like the younger generation that you see running around shows, and that, like it or not, they make up a large portion of the hobby. Those folks, those kids, I'll call them kids, I'm 43, grew up in a world that Beckett was just another random grading company that had some funky grading scale, a clunky case, some security issues. They're kind of expensive to grade with. I don't really understand why I get a 9.5 on everything. I'm just going to go with these companies that are at 10. And they grew up on SGC and Pete. They grew up on SGC Pete out there and PSA. They didn't grow up on Beckett. People my age, us, most of the people watching this channel, based off YouTube demographics, we grew up going to the card shop every month, picking up the newest copy of the Beckett, poring over it, reading the articles, looking up the prices. That was our Bible. We grew up with that month after month after month. You know, every once in a while you get a little spicy, you get a little wild, you get a tough stuff. Remember tough stuff? Snag one of those. But Beckett was our life. Everything revolved around it. So people of our age have a nostalgia for Beckett. We that name means something to us. The new people that have come in over the last few years, the younger generation, Beckett doesn't mean as much to them. They don't have that brand loyalty from when they were kids because they're kids now. That's a big hurdle Beckett needs to overcome because the next generation did not grow up on them. So as I get older and older and older by the minute, and the next generation comes up, there's going to be less and less relevancy for Beckett if things stay the status quo. I hope they can turn things around. I hope this isn't just another, hey, we're going to do some stuff, and then they never actually do anything. It wouldn't be the first time that we've seen that. And at this point, they are so far behind the 8 ball. I'd love to see them do it, but I don't know that they will ever be the Beckett that they once were, where they rivaled PSA. I don't know that I see those days coming back. I would take, at this point, Beckett being a competent, easy to use, with a decent turnaround time, at a decent price, graded company. That's what I'd like to see again. I would really like to see them shuffle up the grading scale. I think the 9.5 is a primary grade. Does not work anymore, but that's a whole different video for a different day. Actually, that video has been made about 5 times probably on my channel over the lifetime. Let's take a look at the new guy, Luke Miller. Good old LinkedIn. He's from Southern Hobby. Shocking. Kevin Isaacson, the current CEO of Beckett, recently came over when Canal was mutually let go, however you want to spin that one. Kevin Isaacson came over from Southern Hobby. He was the CEO, I believe, over there. Do not quote me on that. Kevin runs the show at Beckett and has brought over Luke Miller. It looks like he actually came over in November from Southern Hobby. Prior to this, he was vice president of business development at Southern Hobby. He had that position for 2 years. He was at Southern Hobby for over or around 7 years. They brought him in as vice president of grading services, and it sounds like he has a new title of director of grading or whatever it was that he said in that video. Young guy. This looks like maybe their version of an SGC Pete. I don't know if that's going to be the case or not. If this guy's going to go out and start doing the rounds on the YouTube verse and doing interviews and stuff like that, like Peter always used to and still does to this day. You know, is this their new face of the company? Beckett really lacks that. They have not had one forever. Really, since Dr. Beckett sold the company, they haven't really had a face. I guess, you know, Murray for a while, but, you know, Dr. Beckett is mostly what you think of. You know, PSA, they have Nat, they have Ryan to a lesser degree. Nat is kind of the primary. CGC, they have Andy, who is very well known. You know, Suze does marketing for them over there. She's very well known in the hobby circles. And SGC has Pete. They have SGC Pete, good old Peter, down there in Florida, manning the ship as kind of the face guy. Really the guy that kind of brought the face guy of a grading company to prominence outside of Dr. Beckett back in the day. So we'll see, you know, an announcement about an announcement that more exciting things are coming, and we're going to start doing stuff, and look out. Like I said, I wish them well. I really do. The more competition we have in the space, the better. Selfishly, like I said, most of my high dollar cards are in Beckett slabs, or at least a lot of them. It would sure be nice if they got their act together and maybe boost the value of my cards. I'm not going to lie, but we'll see what happens. I have mixed faith in this. The only reason why is because we have been burned so many times before. Curious for your thoughts and comments, as always, down below. If it was you, if you had the ear of Mr. Miller, or he by chance, I have no idea if he even knows that I exist, but if a Beckett employee peruses past this video and they scroll through the comment section, what would be the one thing that you would want them to address immediately? What would be the number one thing? Is it security on the slab? Is it the grading scale? Is it customer service? Is it turnaround times? What is it? What jumps to mind when you're like, oh my God, if Beckett could please just fix this? Is it the submission process? You know, pick something. As always, curious for your thoughts and comments. Catch you boys and girls on the next one. Have a great weekend. Peace.